Hello, this is Matthew Carey, Superintendent of Schools at Mercer County Special Services School District. I am here today to talk to you about our 5-year strategic plan that we're in the process of developing. I'm really excited about this plan, and I have a couple of people here today from the New Jersey School Boards Association. They're going to talk to you more about what we're doing in strategic planning. I'd like to introduce Mr. Jesse Adams and Mrs. Terry Lewis.
Thank you, Matt. Jesse Adams, I'm the field service rep from New Jersey School Boards Association. I have responsibilities for Mercer County, Burlington County, and half of Camden County. Terry?
And my name is Terry Lewis. I also serve on the field services team for New Jersey School Boards, and I cover the other half of Camden County that Jesse doesn't, as well as Gloucester and Salem counties. So between the two of us, we pretty much cover that 295 corridor in South Jersey.
Today, we're going to try and give you some information about the strategic planning process, which is well underway in your district. And specifically, we're going to talk about what is strategic planning. We're going to touch on some information that Mr. Carey provided in a State of the District presentation. We're then going to talk about the actual strategic planning process. And then we're going to ask you for your help and we'll provide some information about a survey that we'd like you to participate in. And then we'll wrap up with some next steps. Terry?
So some of you might be wondering what strategic planning actually is, and it is really a process that enables you to identify the district's long-term goals. The process that we use encompasses getting stakeholders from the entire district, parents, staff members, community members, and putting them together so that they can talk about the different elements in the district that we can use then to make an organizational vision to help the district move forward. We start the process off by taking a look at the mission statement because that really is the basis for where a district starts, and then we move on from there.
In the first working group meeting, I presented a State of the Schools presentation. That presentation will be linked to this communication for you to review. A quick overview of that presentation has to do with our budget process, our enrollment, our facilities, our long and short-term plans for our facilities, and our curriculum and instruction, and any other pertinent facts about our wonderful school district.
Great. Now let's talk a little bit about the strategic planning process itself. The purpose of the strategic planning process is to basically answer 3 questions. Where are we today? Where do we want to go? And how will we get there? And as your superintendent pointed out, we're looking at a 5-year strategic plan to start July 1, 2023, and to wrap up in June of 2028. One of the things that we at New Jersey School Boards look at is what we call our strategic planning pyramid as we help districts walk through the process. And as you can see on this chart, the strategic planning working group that is actively working the process is well on their way up the pyramid. The areas that are bracketed in red shows the work that has already been accomplished by the working group. How did we arrive at the working group? Well, your superintendent and the Board of Education went out and invited stakeholders from across the communities to participate in this process. Through that invitation process, 50 plus folks volunteered to commit to the time of being a part of a large strategic planning working group that will embark on the execution of all the functions we need and the discussions that take place to arrive at ultimately the final strategic plan. Those 50 plus folks were divided into 5 subcommittees, and those subcommittees are doing the actual hard roll your sleeves up work in this process. The working group itself, they've already met a couple times, once on February 1st and the second time on February 28th. During those 2 meetings, the strategic plan subcommittees identified the strengths, achievements, and challenges of the Mercer County Special Services School District, as well as identifying some vision initiatives that may move the district forward. And we talked about the skills, qualities, and characteristics of students that we would like the school district to impart on students as they go through the process here, as well as moving on into life beyond Mercer County Special Services School District. How can you help? We need your input, and we have a survey that we would like you to participate in to provide us feedback. The work that the Strategic Plan Working Group has accomplished, we want your opinions on it. So through that survey, you will tell us what you think and help us to prioritize the strengths, challenges, the vision, help us to prioritize those and identify the areas that we need to focus on for the next 5 years. What we do is we take the strengths, the challenges, we take the vision, and we take your survey results, and we throw that into a funnel. And ultimately, what will come out are the goals that will help drive the district for the next 5 years. From a next steps perspective, the Strategic Plan Working Group, following the survey, we'll review the results of the survey, and we'll start to look at focus areas and then ultimately develop the goals and the objectives that will be the basis for your 5-year plan. That 5-year plan will be finalized and presented to the Board of Education at their June meeting. And at that time, it'll be in the hands of the board to hopefully adopt and get you rolling on the 1st of July on the journey that you're going to embark on to make a difference for the children in this district. So your participation in the survey is critical because it provides us the feedback we need to take that next step. That's important. So we hope you will participate. And as we like to say, it's not about the adults. It's about what we can do for the children. So thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Jesse and Terry. I really appreciate all that valuable information and your work on our strategic plan. For the folks out there, just to reiterate, how can I help? I've been asked that question a lot. We couldn't commit to the working groups because it was a large commitment, but we want to have input. That's that survey that Mr. Adams talked about. Please take the survey. The more people we have take the survey, the more data we have to help develop our 5-year plan. So in closing, thank you again. Thank you for your time today and for taking our survey. Be well.